So you guys want a part two on Diddy Combs, or as some of you are calling, Diddy Epstein. See, I call him Caribbean Queen because he fled to the Caribbean. Caribbean Queen is the song I was singing in my last TikTok, if you guys were wondering, by Billy Ocean. Please check out that song. It's amazing. It's like a good 80s dance song, but it's not about him. This TikTok is about this motherfucker. Diddy is a bad boy, and I get pointed out in his birth chart that he was born to be a bad boy. Now, if anybody knows anything about the midheaven, which is stated down here, the midheaven is basically your public image, where you're climbing up to get to the pinnacle of success in your life, in your chart, and in your career. Okay, P. Diddy's midheaven is in the sign of Pisces at 25 degrees. 25 is an Aries degree. He has to be at the top at his business, which is the music industry, his own music label, okay? Neptune is down there conjunct Vertex, which is like destiny. Neptune rules Pisces, and Neptune is also in the sign of Scorpio, okay? So it's his destiny that he come out with something called Bad Boy Records. Do you see what I'm saying? Because Scorpio is the gangsta of the whole zodiac, if you guys didn't know that. But guess what's also in his 10th house, which represents your public standing? That's right, Aries. Aries is bad to the bone, the daredevil, okay? And its ruler is in the 7th house of other people at 0 degrees of Aquarius. All right? Mars is the phallus, it's your passion, it's the sex and the drive, okay? So when you have Mars in Aquarius, that means that you're really good at making music. You're passionate about that, passionate about technology advancements. And your sexual style is also all over the place. Menage a trois, menage a quads, quadruples, that type of stuff. Just very eccentric sexual things going on, okay? So the world can see that. In his relationships, he indulges in a bunch of sexual deviancy, okay, in his 7th house of one-on-one partnerships. If you look at the bottom of his chart, he has Venus in Libra conjunct Jupiter, which means that he has exquisite taste of luxury, of indulgence, of romance. But Jupiter makes it greedy because Jupiter expands whatever it touches. So if it's expanding Venus, it's expanding his romances, his money, his material goods. But guess what? They're both at the 22nd degree, both Jupiter and Venus. And if anyone knows astrology, they know the 22nd degree is the kill or be killed aspect. So why in the hell does he have the love planet conjunct Jupiter? Or Venus is also a social planet, so it represents friends. Why is that conjunct at the 22nd murderous degree? Mars is planet of aggression and anger, and Aquarius squaring both Venus conjunct Jupiter means that he has a lot of squabbles and disagreements with people. And with it being at the 22 degrees, this combination right there, that means that he will kill you if you upset him. Because when Mars and Aquarius gets mad, they get irrational. And he's already a Scorpio sun, so he doesn't give a shit. It's intercepted in the 4th house. Now, when you have an interception in a birth chart, that means that whatever house is in there, it's engulfed and it's missing and you cannot see it. So because he has the 4th house intercepted, because it's a sign engulfed in that house, that means that no one would ever find that he had killed or executed these people that he worked with, his business partners, his friends, his lovers, okay? But I guess we know now. Like if you look at the Sun conjunct Mercury in Scorpio in his 5th house, and it's squaring Mars and Aquarius, that means that he believes that he's smarter than everybody else, and he probably is good with his words, and he probably is very intelligent. But whenever you piss him off, he gets irrational. Like when Scorpio gets mad in combination with Aquarius, there's no rationality at all. They'll just randomly up and decide to end you, okay, at all cost. They get very emotional, and then like that, they snap. There's no emotion, okay? He has Mars trining Pluto conjunct Uranus, which means that he was screwing around with people at the top. And it was going good because the trine means it goes good as well. And he has good stamina and staying power. Until now. Now all of his sexual activity has been exposed to what? The 7th house, others, the public, us. If you guys remember around November 17th, that's when all that shit came out with that lawsuit about Cassie against P. Diddy. Around that time, Lilith was transiting and making a conjunction to his moon in the sign of Virgo. And what is Cassie? A Virgo. And with his moon conjuncting the South Node, that means that she was going to bring up news about how he dealt with her and women in the past. And this happened 3 days after that Scorpio Beaver new moon. of 2023 last year, which means that it was going to have a huge impact on him because he is a Scorpio sun, and that would have made it to where it touched on his fifth house of what? Dating, relationships, and romances. Cassie's was one of his girls. The Chiron returned and it was transiting his 10th house. He was going to hurt real badly on the public scale. It was just written in the stars, I guess, which would be a reoccurring theme in his life. A public wounding, a lashing. And I was wondering why you guys would call him Diddy Epstein, because I thought he trafficked like adults or whatever. And then I looked at his fifth house of romance and children. And when you have Mercury in the fifth house, that means multiple lovers, but Mercury's also a planet of youth, so they can be multiple young lovers. And it's in the sign of Scorpio, which means that the rulers of Scorpio are Mars and Pluto. Mars is in Aquarius, which means I'll screw anything or anyone. Pluto right here is in the sign of Virgo, which means that he will exploit virgins. It's conjunct Uranus, okay? Uranus and Libra is I'll exploit my lovers or my love objects. It's hitting in the fourth house, which is intercepted, which is hit more. So it's looking like Diddy Epstein. It's looking like you guys were on the money, astrologically. Oh yeah. There's going to be a full moon in the sign of Scorpio on April 24th. And during that time, more people will speak out against him, and he'll be nearing closer to incarceration. That's my prediction from the Mystic Nonconformist.